Alright, so I made a shelf and a table or a desk, and I bolted the shelf to the inside uh, on the driver's side, and then I've already started to make the uh, brackets on the passenger side in the back. So I'll have shelves on both sides, and they're turning out exactly the way I thought they would, which is pretty amazing for me. But anyway, this is really cool. So I wanted to show you. Put a leg there, and then have another piece of board go over that, and two little screws or something to keep it stable in there, and that should be a nice little table. Alright, so I made this little frame stand thing first, and then I put these things in where the headrest would go, and I set this on the chair because that's where it'll be sitting, and then I just took a pencil and traced where these things needed to be, and then I just screwed them in there. Actually countersunk those ones. I might not do that with these. It's pretty thin, and I'm going to cover this with some kind of non-slip mat. But let me show you how it all works. So first, you just put these into the holes. And then it slides down like that. And you take the little frame, stand, or whatever you want to call it. Whoop. Okay. Yeah, you can see that. And then this just, it's real snug. I mean, and it really wasn't that hard to do, that snug. And then it is perfect for, I mean, it's nice. That's a nice flat surface. It's pretty sturdy. I put my laptop up there. There's room for, I'll show you it in action. Alright, so I think I've made a lot of progress today. Check this out. I have bolted this piece, and it is really strong. It's nice and solid. So then over here, I finally made this table too, and it came out really nice. I'll show you how I made this in a second. I just wanted you to see that it's in there, and my idea worked really well. So I just put my computer up here, see how well it would work. It's cute bunny on Reddit. But anyway, yeah, this thing, it's nice and solid too. I mean, it's a little wobbly, but this is cool. So, yeah, check out my background or whatever. So this is gonna work, and it's big enough to where I could have a notebook here and write or whatever. And then this thing, it's just right here, and it's solid. And then you have your drink right there. I'm gonna put some kind of edging along there, and I don't even know if I'm gonna put a cabinet down here. I might just hang or figure out a way to like slide a milk crate or something. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. I gotta see what the tent looks like in here in the cot, and then I gotta figure out how to cover these wires. So cover all of this with the automotive carpet I have. Alright, so I've been working on figuring out how to do this shelf, and I just bolted some super strut. I need to make a connector for this one, but yeah, that made it super strong. And then I was using one of them square dowel rods over here, because it is still a little wobbly, but this is just clamped together, and I think I could put like I wish this was a little bit bigger here so I could put a cup holder in the back there, but whatever, this is just, yeah, I'm just playing. Alright, and here's the shelf. This is very easy to do. I just took these little L-shaped brackets and bolted them to holes in the frame, and I just bolted this super strut directly to this thing that used to hold the seat belts. And I'm going to use shorter bolts, and see, that's how the L worked. And then I just connected a lengthwise piece. Did I need to do that? I don't know. If I want to make this larger, then yeah, that would be necessary. But this is nice and sturdy. Just like the desk up there, I'm going to put some kind of non-slip rubber or something on top, maybe. And I'm going to have like a nice, I don't know what you call it, a nice edging, so it'll look nice. And then over here, I'm doing the same thing. This one's going to be smaller, so it's like doesn't go over the bed, so I don't smack myself off of it. And then I just put this one on here, and I cut a piece of super strut to put there to match that one for another shelf. And just cut that piece. I still have a bunch of the super strut, so I'm trying to use it when I can, but only in little pieces because, you know, it's heavy. So the next step is to make this all flat, have more. I got all that MDF board over there, plus another piece, so I'm going to flatten all this out, and then the battery, the solar charge controller, and the fuse box will be under there. And okay guys, let's take another look at my solar system setup. So this is it. It's just these three things. That's all you need. Well, of course, I'll need a couple of big fuses to put in between these things and a whole lot of wire. But this is the whole setup right here. That's all. I see a lot of elaborate setups, and they got big old inverters so they can have like microwaves in their rigs if they want. And yeah, I could eventually do that. I spend like $100, get an inverter, and just wire it to this thing. But that's all. So this just goes to the solar panel, and it'll let you charge this battery with the solar panel or your alternator. And then if this battery is full and you have the solar connected, then it will start to charge your battery on your car too. So like pretty awesome. And so that's $250 or something like that. This was like 550. I forget what I paid for. I got a really good deal on it. And this was like $30 on eBay. So pretty awesome. And the solar panel, I showed you that. It's 100 watts. It's by HQST. And that was $80 or $90. I think maybe directly from their website. So all I'm going to be doing is running my fridge here off of it. And I'm about to go. It's got some towels in there for some reason. But anyway, yeah, I'm building shelves and stuff, and I got the bed ready. So now I need to think about how to put this in there. I need to mount it and put it in some kind of an enclosure and figure out the best way to make it easy to wire it up, and how I'm going to send the wires to the battery and how they're going to get up to the roof for the solar. Yeah, so I'm taking this out to Penny right now. So over here, this is what I was talking about. So I'm trying to figure out where to put the battery, and as you can see, that's the mattress. The bed works perfect. You can feel these if you're just sitting on the mattress, but if you're laying down, you can't. So I may try to figure out something to put over this, at least this half, because I won't ever really want to get down here. So these don't really need to slide. So I may just add more of them. But anyway, they do slide. And so if I did need to get to the battery, it'd be really easy. And I just set the battery on this piece of wood. And I'm thinking I'm just going to make all of this wood in to protect these things. and then maybe even make some kind of wood thing going over this to protect these wires more. That's kind of why I wanted a cabinet. And then once I do all that, I will cover all of it with the automotive carpet that I got and make it look nice. Make it look like that's what the car is supposed to look like. Okay, so here's a sneak peek at what the cabinet underneath the bed is going to look like. Okay, so here's the battery. That's where the battery will probably live, most likely, because it's like a little bit lower here. So I just cut this piece so it fits in there, and then I'll use these two little blocks in the corner to hold it up right there. And I'll probably put some more supports somewhere. And then I have these blackboards used to be a shelf, so I just have them set down right there. They happen to be the same width of the battery, so I might mount this to this board, but I don't know how I'm going to mount the board. You know, I don't want this thing sliding or moving at all. And this other part of the shelf, it just wedges right in there pretty nice. So it'd be cool to, like, you know, maybe I could bolt this to this and just it'll be held down, and then I could bolt that to that and put like some padding underneath it or something, you know, thicker than the kill mat, because it's just going over these two little wussy wires, and I don't want to hurt them. That's the whole point of putting the MDF down. And I got another piece cut right there, so like this is just a spare little piece. But anyway, so yeah, I want that there. And then, so if you're under the bed, I could mount the solar charge controller and the fuse box right here, you know, and then have the wires go down underneath, through the trim, or maybe through the center console thing there. I have another board just like this that I could cut down and put on this side. I think that's how it's going to look. And then, of course, I'm making sure I have room, so when these are in there, the battery still has plenty of room between the bed and the terminals there. And I don't know, I'll probably still, because it has a little bit of give to it, so I can turn the battery on its side. It's a lithium iron phosphate, so they don't care what. I think you might even be able to mount them upside down, but I kind of want to just leave it like that. So yeah, there you have it. That's what the bottom part of this is going to look like. I don't know if I'll actually make a cabinet here in front of that fuse box, or if I'll just leave it open. I'm not sure yet. Everything's still up in the air, but I'm really liking the way this is all coming along. Thanks for watching.